for him, and then everybody can come on. Hi,
I
Shatta,
don't
welcome
know.
back.
Yeah, I think Ghana internet is just like the Ghana music industry. It's not enough.
You know what? Your shades, the way you shade the industry, I sometimes I fake okay, like,
No, because man, you see, that is what I've been saying every time that they don't want corrections. You see, the things you talk about is the reason why I would love to be on your platform and help you echo that message to them. That
love that.
hey, you guys are lying to the people, because I don't know when Majesty or my kids will grow up and say they want to sing. And I'll be telling them, no, it's not a good place because maybe they might have a different idea about music. They might
Yeah.
think that, okay, I can do like a Takashi, I can come out like a Lil Wayne or maybe, but it's not like that here. So I would rather try and solve this problem before other kids go to come and say they want to do this. Now, my problem is not about Ghanaian musicians, like current musicians. It's about the next generation.
The
So how can I
mindset
motivate them?
yeah.
Yeah, so how can I motivate them? Okay, let me show them how I made money after 20 years. So what am I doing now? I'm into real estate. I'm into Shaxi. I'm buying the best of cars. In no time, I would want to buy a jet. That's where the dream is, so that they won't think of, oh, let me go to America and see if I can sing and be like a Jay-Z. No, we can still make our Jay-Z's in Africa.
Of course, absolutely.
Yeah, because I believe the mindset I have is not for me alone. One of my boys told me that, I remember when I started charging, he told me I shouldn't go on like social media and say it, that I have money, and stuff like that. Because when the others start hearing that, they'll take advantage of that and they'll come back to fight me. And I'm seeing it. Like, people want to like tell everybody that they are better than me. Artists go out there and they want to prove to the world that, oh no, maybe they are the best, because they travel a lot. It's not about the traveling. How many artists have traveled and have been able to acquire the things I've gotten? At least I have solid 6 houses in East Legon. To buy a house in East Legon is not easy. The highest one that I bought with the highest price is the 2.5 million house I bought. And all came from the music money.
I love that. Shatta, I don't mean to cut you. You have definitely built a legacy for yourself, and you have definitely made a mark, made a stamp, that you've made one of the biggest changes I think any industry would make, which is the charging, the placing that value on every single artist. So I think our artists definitely need to thank you for that, because that alone is instrumental. But we're going to swiftly move away from that particular side and tap into your world a little bit in terms of personal life, right? You carry this bad boy agenda, we're not complaining, we love it. That's the way we like it in the town. But I'm also but you are also a father. You are also a father to some kids, lovely kids, and you have a brand new baby girl, which I know says she has come and changed your world a little bit, because the way you be smiling when you talk about her, it really is nice to see. But how do you stay grounded? How do you keep the fire burning creatively whilst being a brand new daddy? I want to say brand new only because it's baby careful. Like
No, but I'm a brand new daddy. I like
brand new daddy, fresh one has come. So how do you maintain the two? I mean, because obviously Marley will need some help. I know you got family or support there, etc. But when it comes to the mother, the father, the baby relationship, how do you keep that afloat while you're also looking after business? Because now you've got Shaxi doing very well, and also music is booming. So how do you maintain that?
Well, I would say, it's by God's grace. I thank God for giving me a woman that understands what I'm doing. All the women I started with my music career never understood what I was doing. But Mali came into my life, and she's really taught me like that man and woman, husband and wife relationship. She's young, but she's very, very intelligent, and that's what I like. So me, Marley, and the baby, it's just crazy. Like, she's living in the house that I used to stay. I call it a ship mansion.
Okay.
But when I bought this house, I decided to move, to this house and work on some few things. But later I was like, yo, Corey, baby, take this one, let me take this one.
Nice.
Like, yeah. So she has her cars, like, and everything at home. And one funny thing is, I don't want to say this, she will be pissed though. When my daughter sees me, she always goes like, who is this guy? Like, yeah, because she doesn't see me because she's staying with Molly and, her relatives at home,
Okay.
So just seeing like different faces. And I remember one time when I had my hair green, she saw me and she was crying. I was like, I'm your father. Hey, I'm a celebrity.
But babies do that. Babies will have you questioning, am I even like, am I the mother? Am I
Yeah.
the why are you looking at me like that?
Yeah, but now, I have a sound that I make and she smiles and, I feel that is even making me feel so much at peace because I feel like, like I like this life because it has always been my dream to stay with like my wife, my kid, I've never gotten the opportunities because all the women I got before I realized they'll run away with a child and, I'll be chasing them, but I thank God that, this one really has understood and she's staying with me. Because like people even tell me, Shatta, we hear you can't stay with one woman. I say, how? Like, I'm a lover guy. Like, I'm just a bad boy like the way you see me. Yeah, but now I just feel it's beautiful. So I think me keeping that with business is making business look good for me because after like sometimes I speak to her on phones, like I call her and tell her, babes, I want to speak to my baby. She doesn't talk, but I just, play with her a bit. After when I sit at the back of my computer, I want to record or I want to like check on my Shaxi stuffs, the back ends and talk to my developers. Like ideas pop up, like recently I was talking to my developers and they were like, but Shatta, this app, like who taught you how to? But I said, no, I love computers. So that's why I'm being creative like that, and I think it's the baby too that brought this because I remember when, the mom was pregnant, I had to hold the stomach and I was telling her, tell God that I need everything that he wants to give me. He should give it to you so that when he come, I will kiss your palm. After kissing your palm, I know I'm going to get everything. So I was telling her, anytime I hold her, tell God about the things I need.
This is a good affirmation, Shatta. I know we're joking about this, but what you're doing is a good affirmation. You're putting that positivity on that baby.
Exactly.
That's powerful.
And me, I speak to God like that. Like when I tell people, I do weird stuff. Like when I tell people like God is talking to me, they think I'm mad. Sometimes I can be sitting with a friend and tell you, God is telling me something. And you think, but how is he? Like one time, one of my daughters, I have these girls that, I, send them to school and stuff like that. Right? I pay their fees and stuff. So I was telling them, God talks to me. They were like, but Daddy, why doesn't God? I don't hear his voice. So no, just pay attention. You hear, So I actually spoke to this baby, and before she would come out, I just got some deal that was bringing me, XXX millions, and that was what I've been using to take care of everything now. The cars, the houses, the business, and it's crazy. So I think it's a baby that brought that blessing. I always tell my boys that don't be scared to give birth because giving birth is another beautiful thing in the world. You don't have to, people have been brainwashed. So they think, let's get married, after married, so that in 3 months we'll give birth, and then after we give birth, no. I don't want to do that.
Not when you go into your alter ego voice.
No, but that's how sometimes people explain to people. So, some people are towing a line of want to be perfect. But life is not about being perfect. Because we are not perfect people in the world. We have to go through phases. The phases have to be good, bad, and ugly. And then we get to our destination. Some people are scared to be ashamed. Shatta, Wale have been through all those phases. So I don't know what is shame anymore. I don't know what is disgrace anymore. So when I'm praying to God, I tell God the things I want, and he delivers it because he feels, oh, my son, you've been through it, so why don't I? So
you're quite big on affirmations, positive, using your mouth to speak. Because even the Bible says, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. So if you want good for yourself, You got to literally talk it out there and put it out in the universe.
I can let you one day when you come to Ghana. I think you need to go to Nema and find like my old friends and ask them things I told them when we're living in a single room. I told them, bro, we're gonna live here, and I want to buy a house in East Legon, and I'm not only going to buy one house. I'm going to buy houses, and my final destination is going to be Trasacco. That's where I'm going to be packing my whips. Like, I told them all these things, but you see, the journey was so long that we went through things, so people had to fall off. And I tell them that what we are on is like soldiers going to Iraq to fight. I always tell them, bro, it's not all of us that are going to come back, but just hold my hand so we'll make sure we'll come back home. You have to just be smart about this battlefield, because if you don't take care, I might be somewhere in future that you see and go like, bro, the guy said it and he did it. Yeah, so I'm quite like crazy about affirmations. Like I say things and it happens. If you ask Mali, she'll tell you. One day I'll let you. Maybe she's always shy of camera. I don't know, but one day I'll try and bring her here so you ask her things that I tell her things, and the next 2-3 weeks it happens. Like I tell her things about dreams. So most of the time when she dreams, she doesn't play with it. So I'm a broad-minded person. Like I read a lot. And I think if you ask the world who's been abusing ChatGPT, it will be me.
I think low-key, Shatta, some of us, we all have been tapping into that world, because it is technology and it's available, readily available for us. So we have to do what we have to do with it. I mean, like I keep saying, your growth is very, 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 very commendable, like in its highest form. Somebody might have known you as Bandana back then. They probably still have cornered the bandana in their mind, and they're refusing to see past bandana. And I think sometimes that's human nature. People refuse to see growth in people, and they box them up in that little corner, and your baby and your muffet. So I mean, like I say, I commend you massively on that. But we're going to swiftly move on from this conversation to collaborations and future projects. Recently, I saw that you and, like you mentioned before, you and Sarkodie are, your relationship online is quite nice to see. You've had a hit song with Sarkodie before, and it did incredibly well. It shook the internet world, and the song is still being played up until today. My question is, you have a new project coming up, EP and an album. Is there anything you can put out there for us? Do we need to expect any collaboration specifically with Sarkodie, and that's it, is something that you put on the back burner?
Well, me and Sak now, maybe he might not want me to say it, but let me just try and say it. We've had conversations, but what we are seeing now is how we can, help build the industry. That is one. Music is just like, one of those gifts that God can give to you when you are ready for it. And I believe He's giving it to Sak, He's giving it to me. So we feel we've got into a phase where we've even entered into another phase where it's business, because I'm doing Shakti, he's into real estate now, doing a few projects, and I'm also, into that for him, so it's basically about, when we want to do a song, it's not going to be anything like, we know we have the weapons, to just step in.
The weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, because if up to now, Ghanaians can't even sit down and go like, let us go and beg SHATTA wale, because the guy, he just say, no, medical song. Now the song is everywhere in the world. Like, if you can sit down.
Hello, Shoulder is actually rocking the internet right now.
It's crazy. No, it's crazy.
Speaking of, thank you for clarifying that. You're not going to do a song with Sarkodie just yet. In a nutshell, that's what you're trying to tell us. Move business.
No, but you bet me dropping your mama. It's still going to be a banger, because we know the blueprints of this game. So we can drop a song. Yeah, like we have like, if I won't lie, we've recorded like over 16 songs now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, but
But
we are just in a haste. You know, like me and Sakode, right? We are talking about millions of dollars. I don't know why our
I mean,
mindset is there. Yeah,
I don't blame you. That's where the mind is, and that's where it is, and
exactly.
that's where
Like
it's at.
it's growth. Sometimes
Absolutely.
people might be thinking of certain things, but I am not thinking of. I want to show this person that I have this talent anymore. I want to prove to, because I wake up in the morning and I see Vibes Cartel share my stuff, and I go like, this is why it's even bigger than music, because, a promoter might see that they want to pay me the amount is paid Vibes Cartel, so I've gotten to a place where music, money, everything is chasing me now. And I'm relaxed on it to just make sure I make the right choices. I'm not in a rush to travel to prove to Grammy that I need to be a Grammy nominee. I'm not pushing to BT to show. Yeah, I don't want. Like, I've been to London so many times. Like, people have seen the kind of, stage acts, the talent Shatta has, and I believe people in London even ask questions that, so why is this guy not like on the global market? Like, Shatta is good, oh, Shatta. I hear people say that, but sometimes I go like, no, it's not your fault. It's the people back home, because the people back home don't know when they say things on the internet, it goes worldwide. They think that when they are sitting at their Peace FMs and the UTVs and they talk about Shatta Wale, they feel, okay, we are saying it for the people in Sonyane, but they don't know it's going global. So that's the mindset. Those are the people we have here. So Shatta, for me, I believe Sak and Shatta Wale have been able to show that blueprint about who a successful musician is. And if you're a rapper, you could emulate what Sakode is doing, and also, ask questions so you can get to where you want to get to. I see more rappers come up and, I watch them, I go like, oh, the Menko, who's Sakode, and it's now, not yet, The only person that I can bring close to Sakode that is business-minded is Medical. Yeah, I don't know any rapper in Ghana that, fine, D Black is my boy. I like D Black. I play with him a lot. But D Black forgot about music long time because, D Black is...
That's true. He tapped into the business bag a long time ago.
Yeah, because he's just doing music because he loves music, because Ghanaians don't appreciate what D Black is doing, Look at Future. Future sings with auto-tune and that, but people love Future in America. But in Ghana, we know too much that's what I'm saying. There are too many villages on our TVs and radios.
Right.
That is the problem. We don't have people from London, from America, who are sitting in radio stations in Ghana. All the people on radio are from the village. So when they come to the city, whatever they will do to make themselves famous, so people will know them. And when I say this, they don't want to understand it, but it's the fact. Like, call all the people that are sitting on UTV and bring them on board. They'll tell you, I'm from Asise Chen, I'm from Asan Chen, I'm from Macheng Pacheng, and when Shatta, the city boy, somebody born in police hospital is telling you that, hey, respect me as Sakode. We have a plan for the music industry. We want to direct you guys to this direction. Hey, Mumbuadie, Dabena Mubaye, and a Sakode, showing a picture time, Obaye, the Nimbi, and then Obekache. That's how the music industry. That's why me and Sakode would do things, and anytime we want, we'll release it because we believe that, we've been able to fight a good fight, and it's beautiful, because sometimes I can call him now and say, Jack, so I'm money $5K be able to, or the message. Oh wow, it's
nice to see that you are doing, or not doing actually, but you are living the life that you wanted back then, right?
Exactly.
In terms of collaboration, respect, industry support, etc. I mean, back then, nobody would look at you, nobody would support you. And funny enough, my this is not even part of my way, but yeah, as of yesterday, I think I saw Asamoah Gyan post a video about how he saw you walking along the road and he was crying. What's your relationship with Asamoah Gyan right now? And is he proud of the Shatta that you've become in comparison to what he saw before, the bandana that he saw before?
Asamoah Gyan now is still my best buddy. You know, I think we had a meeting last year, October. You know, he wanted to do a project and we're talking about it. And it was like, Charles, like, he calls me Charles, you know. I don't know why he likes calling me Charles, you know, but he likes calling me Charles. It was like, Charles, you know that, Charlie, you do well, wow. I said, oh, why? I said, you know, see the day I see you, I feel say you mad. And it's true, babe. Today you saw me, that was my outside sleeping days, you know, like no bathing, you know, dreadlock boy, very black, you know. Sometimes when I smell my skin, I don't even like it myself. Because, yeah, I was sleeping in like kiosk, you know, maybe in front of a shop when it's late, you know. So I go to like places like bars when they are closed, like I sleep there, you know. So when I met him that day, when he cried, like I felt bad. I was like, hey, no, I can't let someone just see me in the next 10 years like this. You know, so me and him is like real brothers, you know. He loves me for me. Because the only time I went to his place to worry him was, you know, when I bought my second Range Rover and, you know, I called him, I was like, yo, I can't show you something. He said, what you can show me? What money you get? I said, I get money past you, I can't show you something. He said, I should come. You know, that time he's bought his new house and I drove there. And when he saw me, he was like, what am I going to say? Make you see my Range Rover. So he was like, this nonsense car, I should look at this Rolls Royce, is this thing. That's not insulting him, bro. That day when I was leaving, I was like, he's not anything. He has not given me money before. He should give me $2,000. And truthfully, like, he felt like, you know, he gave me, you know, I felt good, you know. So me and him is like brothers, you know. Like Bafo John has been like my chief advisor, you know. Sometimes he tells me things that I need to do in terms of, you know, the popularity I've gotten and take advantage of it. So him and the brother are like family to me, you know. Asamoah Gyan, his parents knew when we were in school that we were close friends before, you know, he got so big and he started supporting. You know, that day he saw me, he gave me 500 euros.
Wow.
You know, yeah, you know, and I always thank him for that, and God will bless him because he's been a lifesaver that time, you know. He's really did like good to me, you know. So yes,
lovely. I love that he will see you and he will be proud. He sees you right now and he's proud. Guys, let me use this opportunity to give a quick synopsis. Again, we're having a conversation with big Shatta Wale. And the conversation has been very interesting. We've touched on a few things, family life, you know, we've gone back to when he was bandana up until what he is now. And we've touched on his his appetite for social media and how he's using it to his advantage, etc. But now we are going to move on to the EP. Shatta teaser. Recently, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, okay. New music is coming.
Yeah.
I mean, Shatta, you have said that you have an EP coming out. And then you've also said that you have an album coming out. Very generous of you. Very generous of you. I mean,
people are greedy. People like the music. People are
greedy. We will take it if you're giving us that. I mean, so the new EP is almost out. Please remind us what the name is.
There's the Voice of the Crown. Yeah, the Voice of the Crown EP.
How many track list is it gonna be?
Okay, I think now we have five tracks.
Okay. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And have you got a name for the track list?
What?
Sorry, no, you're saying you're gonna release the track list?
We're gonna release the track list very soon. You know, we're working on some few things. You know, I want to give the fans a teaser, a bit of what the songs look like. You know, so
you gave us some lyrics recently.
Yeah.
I mean, I love it. Your mentality. I feel like you get it. You get certain things now, and I love that. That's just all I'm gonna say. It's everything is making sense when it comes to the Shatta brand and everything. So I love that. In terms of the EP, I mean, let's touch on it quickly. You have an EP coming out, and then you have an album coming out. How has the journey of the two been? I mean, how do you know that we are going? I mean, we will love your song anyway, but I'm trying to say, how do you know, say, this will work for the EP and this will work for the album?
Okay, that's a good question. You know, this whole project is something dear to me. You know, I really have been asking myself, like, why have I left what I originally used to do and gotten more commercial, you know? But I tell people, like, if it wasn't a commercial songs, I wouldn't have gotten to where I've gotten to, you know? I knew I have this suitcase packed, you know, with ammunitions, you know, things that I can use to conquer the world.
Nice.
But from where I'm coming from, those ammunitions are not like really working here. You know, I need to take it to a place where I can use them well. You know, for instance, let's say I'm in Ghana and I have these jackets that I feel I need to wear and feel good, you know, but it's hot in Ghana, so I can't wear those jackets. So I need to go to London, so when I wear it, I feel like, yeah, I take a picture, I look good with it and stuff like that. So this is what this project is about. It's not a project that I'm looking at the Ghana market.
Okay.
I don't care what anybody will even say in Ghana about this album. I want people to see that spirit that came onto me and made me watch Michael Jackson and said, no, I want to be like this. One person that is giving me that revelation is Vybz Kartel. Because I've followed Vybz Kartel from years. And when he went to jail, I was telling my friends, bro, he's gonna come out. Like, this guy's gonna do something great in the world. Like, so let's all support him. People didn't believe. I remember when I met Medical 9 years ago. After 3 years, I was telling him, bro, you know Vybz? I said, now why not? I say, oh, big artist who like, but what jail? So Medical went to read about him and said, Mama said, I said, well, Kuniba, or over that jail. Now we'll be away Kuniba. I said, bro, he's gonna come out. What I'm just trying to say and get our minds to is that I love dancehall so much, but I haven't been able to show the world how well I can do it. When I'm doing dancehall in Ghana like that, shout out to my Gringo and maybe One Done, yeah, all those songs, they are African dancehall songs. You know, I just want them to get the words properly. I just want them to hear what I'm saying. But this is an album where I want people to know that I am different. Like, I came into this industry to show them what international music is. We sing songs here and we feel, oh, this song is international. It's international. It's international. No. You say in Chile,
right.
Yes, we have to let people accept the song. You see, like the shoulder song. I was one time telling Medical that the piano no for no bona mobo. It's when you're China. Send me China. Yeah. So I was just telling my but met me out to be me my bottom say by music. I'm a bottom of music. I can just create something. When he sends me the one side, I did it within 10 minutes. I was like, okay. Because I'm like, that's what we are hearing from South Africa. And people are dancing about it. So I am that type of guy that knows what an international music is. It's just that I've been too playful with the industry. I've given them the chance to, you know, abuse and misuse me and stuff like that. This is an EP where I have a few, like, SHATTA music, African sound. The rest is dancehall. Okay. I want the dancehall market to recognize SHATTA Wale the way Vybz Kartel has been able to endorse me, and me waking up seeing Apple Music put all my songs in one category, you know, which is not my management that forced them to. Nobody argued on Twitter about it. I just woke up and white people. That's why I like white people land. You know, white people mindset. You know, so this whole album is built around my international dream. I want people to see the difference of what or where dancehall has gotten to now, and what I'm able to do with my life. You know, because I'm not even looking at making money from this album. If Ghanaians don't buy this album and outsiders are gonna buy it, That is me. Because where I've gotten to, I don't even want to impress anybody in the country anymore. You know, because the president can sing my song. It's a plus. Yes, I mean, like ministers have my fans. I have doctors who are my fans, lawyers, you know, so people can tag me with names for all I care, you know, because I know people have been brainwashed. Shatta, his fans are street fans and blah, blah, blah. But I've been able to rise this industry to a point where I'm sure they should sit down and say, let's pay attention to this guy. Yes, maybe he might be this and that, but he has a plan. This plan is going to awaken the whole industry. And I know they're going to understand me because this album, from the EP to what I've recorded, when I listen to it myself, I feel bad that
you've kept this for so long.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Like, I feel bad. Yeah, you know, because I've gotten the chance of meeting every Jamaican artist, you know, and I mean like the top, you know, artists, you know, like from Vibes to Massacre to Skilly Bank to Tentic, all of them are my friends. You know, I talk to them, but I'm not the type that would want to come and show the world. I could give him a song for feature and stuff like that, but I feel like, no, I need to prove myself. I want to show them that I can do it because I saw them doing it. You know, I listened to Vibes Cartel's song and he doesn't feature anybody, but the songs become a hit. So why don't I prove myself? But you see, with here, we feel so inferior that we feel like we need to get somebody on board to help us reach to that numbers. Like, I don't believe any artist in the world can give me numbers. I've featured Beyonce. Like right now, my YouTube should be pumping from $90 million to maybe, you know, but I'm still getting my normal $250,000, $300,000. Like, so I see like, hey, they've lied to us. So what I'm trying to do now is just let people know the real side of me. The voice of the crown is just to let people know that this is the guy that you guys called King. The album title, African King, is to let people know that because you guys gave me this crown, I went to Jamaica and there was this wonderful man called Vibes Cartel. He gave me that African King name. And I want to take advantage of that and explore the world.
That's it. Sometimes I mean, Shatta, this is so instrumental, and this is actually a statement that you are about to make. And things like this get me excited because I understand your vision. I understand the direction that you want to go with things. The fact that you're even teasing us with an EP first before giving us an album makes massive sense. You're not looking at yourself as high and mighty, like I can just drop an album. You're looking at yourself as high and mighty that I want to do things the right way. And it's going to make sense. So I'm super duper excited that you're tapping into that glory that you have, that I guess acceptance that the Jamaican
and people shouldn't forget this. I'm not cutting, but people shouldn't forget to that I'm not a labeled artist, you know. So if I can be able to pull things like this, people should just fear God small, you know, because I don't remember the last time I got signed to like a distribution, you know, label, you know, but I'll be able to, you know, create some crazy figures on my platforms myself. You know, like when I tell people, like I handle my distro kit alone, like my YouTube, my audio marks. Some people look at me and go like, how do you do it? Yeah, but that is what is making me even take care of Shaxi. You know, so whatever I'm doing it with a team that understands that we are independent.
Yeah.
You know, and we always hit the target and hit it right too, you know, because I can't be independent and like somebody was telling me, you have to be on a label before, you know, you can get all those label artists. But I wasn't on a label, but Beyonce says she likes my music and she invited me. So what do you say about that too? You know, like it's crazy, you know, so I don't believe in the hearsays and the this is how you do it and this is how you don't have to, you know. That's why I don't even listen to people when they tell me, Shatta, why don't you travel? I go like, go ahead and watch Sikawa Ghana. What's my saying? Yeah, so what? And all the things I'm doing, the approach for me, they are supporting me. So when I get an Ohima that says, Shatta, I'm working with these promoters and we have this huge platform, I would be so glad and say, oh, man, don't even pay me. Let us show the world something. I hear what I'm saying. Yes, that is where I am. Like, I'm not like so much into the money, but I'm just looking at how we can build this for the world to see. Because as of now, still, every Ghanaian artist is struggling with that international platform.
Yeah.
You know, but we are trying to make ourselves happy by painting it to look like, you know, everybody's there.
You know, Shatta, that particular Asam Odia banner, I would love to touch on it again. But before I do that, let me just give a quick synopsis. Guys, we're having a conversation with Shatta Wale. If you've just tuned in, please just continue the flow. Go by the rules. Support if you can. If you don't understand what's going on, just listen. Try and listen. For once, just and just follow the conversation. We've touched on quite a lot of things, but we are moving on to now Shatta's international appearances. If we're going to see any coming up, his EP and his album. He has an EP coming up very, very soon with at least maybe 5 tracks or so, and then we have an album coming up as well. I wanted to ask this question even before he said what he said. With the album, Shatta, everybody that comes on my live, they have to give me some conconsa, some tea, some special information. Are we going to get a collaboration that's going to blow our mind, or are you just going to be strictly Shatta Wale?
Well, you know, like I'm saying, like I believe in collaborations, you know. I believe in, like, you know,
Is that, you know, for me?
Because, you know, sometimes I feel like the mindset of how we see the music here is where my problem is. You understand?
You. Not even collaborations. Me and you're gonna kind of make. I'm talking because you're about to get into your dance.
Yeah, international collaboration. That's why I give you names that I could just easily, you know, slide into somebody's DM and go like vibes. You know, I want us to do this song. Or this, I want us to do this song, but I've always believed in myself, you know, and sometimes we shouldn't make that mistake of taking advantage of people, you know. Like recently somebody was telling me, but Shatta, the way Vibes, I thought they perform all around the world, like for day, I said, bro, you're stupid. Like, don't talk like that. Yeah, like don't be like, unless maybe you are so hungry for fame, you know. Vibes Cartel knows I love him from jail, you know, and this is a guy that I learned from, you know, so he's not the type of person that I would want to be pushing him with music, because I know what I'm doing. I know I'm running my thing. Like, if you check him, he's moving around, not with the boys he came out from jail with to show some pity love. Now Sean Storm is in London. Vibes Cartel is still in, like, he's gone back to America. Like, I was watching, I was like, these people understand themselves so much. But if it's Ghana, somebody will say, oh, he supported you from Joe, do a song with him, man. It will be nice. You know, why are you people doing like Ghana? We have like our mindset is far from home, you know. So what I'm just trying to do is, I'm not forcing myself to get people on this album, but I'm just trying to prove something to the world that I have this talent that I believe that when people hear my song and they see the potential, gradually, maybe that can land me on a label where I can get people to feature proper, because I like my things properly arranged. I don't want to get a feature and hustle and go and look for money to go and shoot videos. And you know, sometimes I tell people, like, when you hustle for features and you don't have the platforms the Drakes, the Kanye West, the other artists have, you work cost 90. Nigerians are doing collaborations because they have most of the labels and the distribution, you know, platforms in their country. So they have the collaborations easily. They do what they have to do easily because there's a team working for them. But
it makes sense.
Me, independent artist, won't force myself to get into a world where I know I'm going to face difficulty. Like I tell people, the money I'm going to use to force myself to impress Ghanaians that I've been able to feature artists A, I'll use that to buy a house.
Okay.
And that has been, you know, yes, because, you know, I feel that house even can save me in the years to come for me to do a bigger collaboration. Because house don't depreciate, you know, they appreciate. So imagine now I've gotten to a peak whereby I want to feature the biggest artists. If I want to sell one house and feature some artists because I have a system that is working well for me. And I don't believe my talent has been seen so much to the world. Like, I want the world to really recognize me.
There's still a lot of capacity in you that you can broaden yourself, and you want the album to make collaborative sense. You want to put it out there.
Thank you. You understand me? Like, that's why when we started this interview, I told you, I see myself as a product. You know, tomatoes or maybe onion. Do people need pawpaw in America? Yes, people need pawpaw in America. How can I, package my pawpaw well so they can buy it in America? But I won't go to America with an ideology that I am the biggest in Ghana. So you have to work with me. I don't work like that. When I met Beyonce, I didn't even remember where I told her that I was the biggest. She said she likes my music, ayo. And when she heard my voice, she loved my voice. That's why I was like, ayo. But the video that I even shot, ayo, the video director, I think we paid him like 5,000 Ghana cedi.
Oh.
Because it was a street video, but if a whole Beyonce can love that sound, she only knew what she saw in that music.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so for me to put this album up, I just want people to just understand, because I don't want anybody to, maybe I'll release the album and somebody, and at the canning, and I mean, it's not, and you see me, that's why I started by saying, I decided when I was rebranding myself, I told myself, keep the fuck you spirit in your head and let's move. And that is what has helped me up to now. That's why when people see me today and they want to say, oh, maybe he's lying, he likes bragging, he likes showing up. I say, don't worry, one day before you realize that I buy submarine. So it's an album that people should really watch out for. It's gonna be, a great masterpiece. And to all the dancehall fans that I have some fans in Ghana now that when I even release a song like Melissa or Bulletproof, they don't even like it. They don't want to listen to it because they know what I used to do back in the days, So
I think people are definitely hungry for the dancehall vibe from you. So
and now dancehall is really making sense now since Vibes Cartel came out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like Afrobeat is nowhere to be found. And so this is my time, so I need to just work hard and, get my fish out of the sea and just...
I love that. This deserves a clap from me personally, because it makes sense. This was what I had in my mind. I was hoping that SHATTA would do this move, move that way. I'm glad you have. You didn't need... I was even going to do a video about it, but I thought, let me not tell you what to do in that sense. I feel like you kind of know what you're doing, especially when you've been in Vibes' world, you've mingled around him, you will get that